Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is the Euro edition. I am your host, Tosin. Alongside me is Coach. How you doing today?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Apologies for no camera today, but you guys will see my pretty face tomorrow, I promise.
As we're speaking right now, we do have the Manchester United edition with Carl out. If you want to listen to that, we do also have the soccer edition, which is out as well. We have yesterday's Euros. We know if you guys want to run through that. We also have the preview out, where I mentioned that England's best players are Bukayo Saka and Jude Bellingham, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get into today's action. Let's start off with Netherlands and Poland. You want to get into that?
The Poland. I know that's what Memphis was listening to on the way to the game, for sure.
Listen, Memphis is wearing the headband, and I'm very, very confused as to why that young man is doing that, but it's not my concern. It's not my place, but I'm just very concerned at the same time. But it's neither here nor there. Netherlands started out a bit sluggish. Not sluggish. They started off on the front foot, and then Poland decided, you know what, we're going to score first and put pressure on you. And it's a good header. And it was over Van Dijk and who's the right back today? And Dumfries. They were both out jumped. It was very interesting to see. But Cody Gakpo, as they would say in Netherlands, he scored a equalizer, and it was a deflection. And then the game kind of teetered off a little bit in the second half, but Wout scored with his first touch of the game. So it was one of those things where it was just like you can see there was nerves in both teams. Poland was very, very well organized. Netherlands were, like we said in the preview, Coach, like you said, they are very. What's the word you say? I want you to tell them what you said about.
They're very polite and very respectful. Essentially, they don't let their nuts hang enough. All of these guys don't let their nuts hang. They're Memphis think puts on a certain persona, but he's a good kid. That's the thing. He's a good kid and he's a nice fella. That's why I'm assuming Steve Harvey loved him so much. So but for real, I think the Netherlands. My biggest bone of contention. Well, not bone of contention, but like a lot of people were thinking, oh yeah, Frimpong, he's gonna start. It's like, well. No, he's not going to start unless you're gonna put him in attack. But the players that they have in attack, while they're all quiet boys, they're all still better attackers than Frimpong. Dumfries isn't my favorite defender in the world, but it makes sense for him to play over Frimpong because again he's more physical and he's just a more seasoned vet at the top level. There's going to be room for Frimpong to play. But that probably might mean a change of formation, but I can't see him starting. If Netherlands are serious about being, making real headway in this competition, I can't see him starting right back over Dumfries this competition. Yeah.
Their midfield is very light. Today was a good audition for Joey Veerman to kind of show who he is, and he didn't. And the same thing goes for their other midfielder who started next to him, shooting. Yeah, and the injuries to Frankie de Jong and Ten Koopman has set them back heavy. Mm-hmm. They did bring on Gini Van Oudem, and I don't know, man. It just, they're polite. It's like, obviously this is game one. We can't really judge too much. It's a long tournament, but I really wasn't thoroughly impressed with what I saw from Netherlands. I mean, they got the win. A win's a win, especially in a tournament like this. Like, it's just stack your wins, but it's nothing really to take home from them, from them.
Not for now. But I think Reinders, like he I wouldn't say he impressed me, but I wasn't disappointed like I was with Foden today, for example. But yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on him. I'm gonna say I'm not mad at the effort he put in today. It's genuinely a hard Netherlands team to play in, I think. Yeah. Especially when your striker is wearing a headband, like that must throw you off so much, man.
I mean, I think the coolest thing about Tijani Rangers is that he's named after Babangida.
Yeah.
And then he also wears Mizunos. If you play football and you know anybody that wears Mizunos, you know.
Yeah.
So, and for Poland, I mean, obviously Lewa was injured. Miliki, I'm Yoruba, so I can't say Milik properly. I say Miliki. Yeah. He was injured as well, had a knee injury before the tournament started, so they're a bit light up front. Zielinski tried his hardest. There's really nothing he could do. He got subbed off. Zielinski did. Jakub Kierwall, he was having a free roll in a weird way. It was kind of
free at the back. It's free at the back, innit? So I feel like that's probably where he's a left slack. Let's not get to the Kyrgios is a centre back.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in this system, he even excels even more because he's got two more centre backs that he's playing with. Even though I think he can do a very good job in a two-man defense, in a two-man centre back partnership. In a three-man, it's almost like he's cheating because he's already very comfortable. You know, not everybody can play in two-man defenses. You know, not going to say any names, but they're very obvious. You know, but yeah, I feel like he had a solid game, man.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Chesney has had like a really cool career revival. For those of you who know him from Arsenal, going to Italy kind of gave him a lot of lease on life. So it's cool to see Chesney doing very well at the top level still. So good for Chesney. But yeah, that was Poland and Netherlands. I don't think there was anything else too much we could take away from that game. I mean, there is something actually, and I don't think you saw this, and I don't want anybody else to see this if you didn't see it. Ronald Koeman, you're a nasty man. There's a video of what you did.
Oh no! He's no. I don't. Yeah, I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Is he from the same school as Joachim Löw?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's move past it.
Yeah. First team all nasty.
Yeah.
First team all nasty. And I was watching him after the game, shaking people's hands like, ugh. I was like, ugh, brother, ugh, disgusting. Yeah. Let's talk about Denmark versus Slovenia. A lot of anticipation for Denmark. They're played in that 3-4-1-2.
Yep.
Yeah. So they had that. They played with two big men. And the thing I'm loving about this tournament is you're starting to realize there's a lot of big, mighty, meaty men. A lot of 6-foot+ men playing together. You got, Wind and Højlund playing. You got Šeško and Spora playing together. So you got like 6'5" and 6'1" and 6'3" and 6'3". So that really piqued my interest. Like, oh, cool. Bunch of big niggas running around. I love that. Yeah. That's cool. But yeah, I mean, the game, Denmark started off really, really hot in the first half. I mean, Christian Eriksen, that was a beautiful moment that he scored his goal, man. Like,
yeah, it was a really good goal. It was a really good goal as well. Really well taken, and the flick was sick as well. But it shows a couple of things to me, right? When you have midfielders that move forward without the ball, the world's your oyster. The game is in a place where defense is so well thought out. There is minimal space for you to really do anything, kind of thing, that you're gonna need midfielders, aka like Jude, but obviously even if you're not like Jude, kind of thing, to make those sorts of movements, because it now gives defenders something to think about. They get comfortable thinking, oh yeah, we're sitting in our two banks of four, we're organized, we're gonna pass players on, whatever. Okay, how about we just throw a grenade in there? And a grenade is in the shape of a Roman 10, if you like, or maybe even two Roman 10s. Now you've got a problem. How do you deal with it, kind of thing? And you got his just rewards. I was really pleased for him, to be honest. And on top of that as well, it wasn't an easy take. Like, that first touch was chef's kiss again, like, fantastic, and the finish as well was very well thought out as well. Like, shout out to Eriksen as well, especially the last time I think he was at international tournament as well. So yeah.
I mean, there's nothing really to take away. I mean, there's a lot to take away, actually. Denmark, I don't think they need to get some of their rotations right. There's some potential in that squad. A lot of pace, a lot of technique. I wasn't really impressed too much by Højlund, the guy from Sporting. Everyone is raving about coming to United. Didn't really do much for me. Really wasn't taken away. Højbjerg plays for Tottenham, and he showed why he plays for Tottenham.
Yeah, I'm never ever impressed with Højbjerg. He played one really good pass actually in the first half, actually, which I was quite impressed with. But apart from that, like, he quite literally, he might be the most boring footballer and uninspiring footballer I've ever seen. Do you know he might be? He's probably like, do you know those pajama sets? Those like checkered pajama sets? That's what he is, that you wear like in wintertime. That's what Højbjerg is. He's just a very boring and sensible pajama set. That's what he is.
Yeah. And then, Slovenia turned up in the second half, which was brilliant to see. Šeško has a shot on him, man. That guy's 6'5", and he's
both shots were nuts. They were both all of 30 yards, and they're still like getting faster, even though they've gone past the goal. Like, they've stayed hit. The one he crashed the post with as well. Like, I was on my feet for that, for sure.
Bro, I know Batistuta was somewhere just like saluting. It's like doing the what's it called meme? What's the meme that Leonardo DiCaprio did in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? He was
Yeah,
pointing at the camera.
that one, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's me. You remember the little black kindergartens? I swear to God, that's me. That's what Batista was saying. It was like, yo,
Mm,
that is 100% me. But yeah, they got their goal. It was a deflection, but a goal's a goal, and that's a valuable point for them.
yeah,
Slovenia showed up in the second half, and they showed, there's there's no bitch, not blood.
yeah.
One thing about Rasmus Højlund, quickly before you move on, I need Rasmus to diversify his bonds. I know he wants to play in, you know, into space. But dude, you're 6'3". Like, learn how to play with your back to goal, man. Learn how to mix it up a little bit. I understand, like, you're quick, you're rapid. We understand that. Big man, literally, big man. Learn how to be a big man. Get in the post. What did French Montana say again? Dwight Howard in the post, dog. Like, get in the post. Like, learn how to get some damn post moves, bro. Like, learn how to, not every day running behind. Learn how to do something else, bro. You're talented. We know that. Just figure it out. So, it's going to be interesting for Denmark because I think they have England next.
They do.
Oh, that's going to be very interesting. And that's a good segue because England played against Serbia. You want to take your coach? I want you to have this floor. This is your floor, your time to shine. So
look, man, I'm just gonna say it straight up and down, man. Phil Foden's a scrub. Internationally, he's a scrub. Like, let's not make no bones about it. He's never done anything for England, quite literally. Tosin, can you think of an iconic moment for England that Foden has had, even in a friendly, for example?
I could give you one, but it's not safe for work.
Oh,
what he's done.
There we go. Did it happen on the football pitch?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, and that's my point. Like, I ain't hating. I'm not some bitter Arsenal fan. I'm not even an England fan. I'm just calling shit as it is. Like, he hasn't done anything for England. He doesn't deserve a starting spot, and it's almost like the inverse of Harry Maguire. People always talk, oh, why is Harry Maguire always starting for England? What, like, at club level, he's been so poor, blah blah blah. But then he puts on an England shirt and he turns into one of the centre backs, one of the best centre backs in the game, and that's what international football was about. Who actually performs when they put on that shirt? Foden's reputation is all what he's done for City in a very, very safe and privileged environment. And when the chips are down for England, which they were for large periods in this game, he was nowhere to be found. The amount of misplaced passes, the baggy touches, the lack of bravery, the fact Phil Foden's hoofing the ball, bro. What the fuck is Phil Foden doing hoofing the ball? Like, it didn't make any sense. And that's why I said from the jump, he shouldn't be starting for England. He just, like, today's game, right? Had he come off the bench, especially the way that the game went, today's game, had he come off the bench, perfect. Technically secure on the ball, can draw fouls in, can carry the ball, you love it, right? Especially when you're trying to see a game out. But if you want real men to start the game for you and actually win the game for you and then eventually come off because they've done their job kind of thing, a la Saka, a la Bellingham, like, he doesn't fit into that mold. He just doesn't. Throughout his entirely short career so far, Phil Foden has never been called upon at international level to be the man for the team, and he's never even taken that responsibility himself. Bellingham started playing for England 2 years ago, bro. Bellingham's already the man. But Phil Foden,
he scored his goal.
And he scored his goal as well. Like, I'm sorry, guys. Let's call it where it is. Like, I don't think I'm even being too harsh. I could be way, way harsher. I start talking about numbers. No, but I'm not. I'm just saying, the eye test. What you done for club is fine. It's cool. It's whatever. And nobody really cares right now. It's the Euros anyway. But it doesn't mean he deserves a starting spot. When the players that have done well for England, that continue to do well for England, that the manager trusts kind of thing, those are the ones that should be playing. Like, I feel like Phil Foden is very much a diversity hire, if you like. How about that? I'm done with him. I'm done.
So he's reverse DEI?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Bukayo Saka, and I want Arsenal fans to understand this. I hate your club. Professionally, personally, I do. But I do have a lot of respect for Arsenal in the same breath. I don't want you guys to think that I just found out Saka's good. I know Bukayo Saka is very good because I'm not an idiot. I'm not one of those stupid United fans that go around saying, oh, he's a left back, because that's dumb, okay? He started his career on the left. Yes, he did. But guess what? He's that guy now, and he plays on the right, and that's where he should be because he's one of the best, if not the best right winger in the world. Actually, you know what? Bukayo Saka is the best right winger in the world, and if you don't believe me, come fight me. I don't care. Bukayo Saka like I said on the preview, the reason why I said Saka is England's most important player alongside Jude is England has no width and no pace. The only player that's going to provide you width and pace is Bukayo Saka. So as he goes, you go, right? And you saw in the first half what Saka was doing to Kostic. That's why Kostic got taken off, because Saka was turning in and out, like I said. And we are still pointing Elias Sekwa on Bukayo Saka. So we're still doing that. But my whole thing is, and I want everybody to know this, Bukayo Saka is a very, very, very good player. He's a great player, in fact. What he did for England that first half, that goal, and fair play to Harry Kane. Harry Kane's run pulled the defender away, and that's when Jude was open to have that header. So Harry Kane, you did your job. Very well done. I think that's a talking point that some people might not make about what the run that Harry Kane made, because you saw that run that he did, right?
Yeah,
that was a beautiful run from Kane. What I want to say is that Saka is very good. And in the second half, they basically turned him into right wing back, and that was not cool. And we're going to get into Southgate a little bit, but overall, England in that game was very risk averse. It was a very Southgate typical game, taking off Trent, which, by the way, I don't ever want to see that boy in midfield ever again. You're a right back and stay at right back. That center midfield experiment has to die. It was dumb to begin with. It was dumb to continue, and stop doing it. He's not a midfielder. Like, yeah, he can have a good switch of play. Like, he's great at it. Like, he's great with the ball at his feet. Does not mean he's a midfielder, though, because there's a lot that comes into being a midfielder. And that's what I was saying the other day when someone was just like, oh, if England, Germany, I was like, listen, Germany's balanced. That's why you brought back Uncle Tony Cruz. But we're making the same points over and over again. So long story short, England looked very, very flat. England very, very flaccid. They got their goal, but it's just like the same things I was saying, like when, there's nobody to really stretch the pitch out.
No. And the thing is, what's funny is looking at the composition of that team that started today, the idea, right, sounds fantastic. But the reality, which most of us already knew, is very, very far removed from it. Trent off the ball isn't great. That's the number one thing. When he's receiving the ball on the half turn, nearer to his goal than he's nearer to his goal than he is to the opposition goal. Again, it can be quite sticky. I mean, Serbia's best chance in the first half came from him not being able to take the ball under pressure near his goal, basically. And Rice had a fantastic game, but it went exactly how I thought it would. Rice cleaning up a lot of the mess that midfield was making. Like, Rice, haven't seen the stats. I don't need to look at the stats, but I know Rice had a bunch of interceptions, a bunch of clearances, a bunch of tackles, and he had some really good progressive carries as well from his own half, or sometimes even from his own box. But playing with a player like Trent in midfield essentially means that you're doubling Rice's workload now, and he doesn't have the capacity for it. He's a freak of nature, but you shouldn't be doing that at all. I personally think it's either two things. Trent starts on the bench, and I don't feel like he should, because he's excellent. Or you play him right back and figure out how you keep Walker in the team, one way or the other. Whether you play him on the right, should I say? Whether you turn it into a three at the back, or you put Walker centre back. I don't know if you should, to be honest. Sounds like a really crazy idea, but I feel like Trent should be in the first team. But again, maybe he shouldn't at the same time. Maybe we just, he's a player that comes on when you're chasing the game. He's got great delivery. I don't know, but it's just felt very weird to me. And on Saka, they stopped doubling up on him. They stopped doubling up, and you see why they doubled up on him, because he fried that guy so bad he had to come off.
Yep.
And I love it personally, but they saved all their energy for Jude, right? They were assaulting Jude throughout that first half, especially. And I was like, well, hello, the actual villain is over there on the right hand side, guys. You forgotten about this guy, and he's literally sent your left back for an early shower now. Like, your left back, should I say? So yeah, like, England in patches in the first half looked really good, and they seem to have the right idea that let's get the ball to Saka as much as we can, which is what all good teams do. They get the ball to their best players early and often, should I say?
Yeah.
But at the same time, when the chips are down, for example, you're bringing on Conor Gallagher, bro. That's just ridiculous to me. Trent came off, and obviously Gallagher is better defensively than Trent, but he's nowhere near as good as him on the ball. So it's like you've literally lost something. So you're accepting that you're not going to have the ball now, which you shouldn't. You're better than Serbia. You shouldn't even accept you don't have the ball.
I
You know,
mean, I think those subs summed up Gareth Southgate as a
yeah,
manager.
perfectly.
Very risk averse, very cowardice. Um, but I'll tell you something about England, right, bro? England and the U.S. have the same problem. Well, the U.S. Democrats, they have a left-sided issue.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
their left side is their left side. You got a problem on that left.
yeah. I think
Um,
Trippier was okay to be fair, but it's the left side of
Cypriot, yeah, it was solid. Mark Gahey, phenomenal.
yeah.
Mark Gahey was great. Mark Gahey was great. Harry Kane, even though he drops deep, was great as well. Jordan Pickford did well. You know, he didn't
Some good
show up with his
saves, man.
small hands, so fair enough.
And
Um,
do you know what?
good.
On Gahey, actually, a couple years ago, you guys that follow us on TikTok, I did a player profile on him. I can re-upload it. I will not re-upload. I can reshare it again. But
Please do.
it's quite. It's a quite. I personally think it's quite good because it really just talks about stuff that everyone's seeing now, but it was evident in his game then. Like Gahey has been nice, guys. He's been nice. There's no.
You know what you sound? You know what you sound like right now?
One.
Michael Irvin. Not everybody's seen what I've been saying for years. That's what you sound like.
Not for the people that I've known. Like I've watched him long enough. I've watched him quite literally live in close quarters so many times now. Like you know a good centre back when you see one, and you know
I'll
a
say
bad.
this.
Go
I'll
on.
say this about Mark Gahey. He
Go on.
graduated from one of the best academies in football. I
Yeah.
hate Chelsea, but
Oh
call him
yeah,
his
for
own.
sure,
Yeah,
man. For sure,
yeah.
for sure.
Mm.
And what is he still? He's only 24, 25?
Something like that.
It's ridiculous, man.
Something like that. Yeah. The guy's solid, man. 23.
There's no way he's 23.
He was born July 13th, 2000. So he's just about to
He's
be 24.
23. I did that player profile in 2022, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn he was 22. There's no way.
No, bro. He's like Funke. Yeah, he's 22
He's
years old, bro.
23. Oh my god, yeah.
23, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna
23
be
years old.
fantastic, man. He's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
absolutely fantastic.
I mean, those loans at Swansea, you show he was a good player when he was at Swansea. So
Yeah,
so he's a good player. I mean, let's talk about Serbia real quick before we get out of here.
yeah,
Jovic is not a good player.
yeah.
There was a pass that I think he got from Tadic in the second half, and his touch was so baggy. If that was Mitrovic, that would have been a goal. But Jovic is not good. I've always not been big on Sergio Milinkovic-Savic. I think that a lot of people don't really watch Serie A like that. And I think, I've said it before, I think Serie A is arguably the best league in the world, but he wasn't shining to me in Serie A when I watched Serie A. He would have moments. He'd be a good moment player, but he's not a player that I would spend money on, and that's what he showed today. Like, he's just a moments player. So Serbia has some things with them. I do like the fact that they play, the big man up front, but they got some stuff to work on. They do got some stuff to work on, and I don't know who they're playing next, but it's gonna be they play Slovenia. Okay, that's gonna be very interesting of a game. That's gonna be very interesting. So, anything else you want to add about England? I mean, obviously, we've talked at length about how Southgate's a coward, and we understand that. But anything else you want to add?
Yeah. I don't see how England are going to be a serious team playing the way they are now. And again, sorry to say, but Phil Foden shouldn't be starting. I'd happily see Jared Bowen start over him, let alone Anthony Gordon.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm being so for all right now. So yeah,
I'm gonna give you guys a funny story. I went to the bar to go watch the game with my homies. Right, there's this big black burly dude, right, bald guy, stomach all the way out, had his 3XL England shirt, had the England 3 lines on his chest, had a cigarette in his mouth the whole entire time. Didn't light it, just had it. And this man was going off on Phil Foden for like 90 minutes. And the first half, this guy said, "Get this motherfucker off the field. He ain't doing nothing." And I was just like, whoa. But he was pissed at Foden.
I hope you bought him a drink.
No, I didn't get him a drink. I didn't get him a drink. If I see him next time, though, I'm going to get you a drink, big fella. So don't you worry. I'll get you something nice like a Guinness or something. You deserve that. But yeah, I mean, the only thing I want to add to that is Gareth Southgate is very risk averse as a player, as a manager. It just is what it is. We got more games tomorrow. Coach, let's run through these quickly. Romania, Ukraine. How are you feeling about that game?
It's going to be during the work day, and I will not be booking any time to watch. No, I'm joking. Of course I will. Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll have it on for sure. But I won't lie to you. I'm not excited to watch. I know Ukraine have some really good young players, but I'm not looking forward to the game. I won't even lie to you, man. Like, it is what it is.
He don't even want to give. He's not gonna give us a score prediction. He's like, yo, it just is what it is.
I tell you what, no, it'll be Ukraine will win.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ukraine will win, but I'm not looking forward to this shit. I can't even lie to you.
Do you wanna feel old?
Go on.
You remember Hagi?
George Hadji.
Yeah.
Yes.
His son's on the Romanian national team.
Fucking hell, man. Yeah, we are getting old, man. Shit.
The next game is Belgium Slovakia.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go Belgium. I'm gonna go Belgium. Yeah.
I think so too. I think Lukaku's gonna show out.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the what's it called? The team who's on Slovakia's team.
Mm-hmm.
And don't really see. I mean, they got Milan Skriniar, but he doesn't really play too much at PSG. I'm just looking, man. I just see Belgium
bro. We're beating a dead horse here, man. Like, really, what you got to look at there, man? For real. Like,
yeah.
So
I mean, they do got Lobotka, who from Napoli, so I like him. But no, they're gonna beat him.
I'm not big on Slovakia. I can't really.
Yeah, and then we got the Archduke Franz Ferdinand derby, aka Austria versus France. There's a lot of history behind that game, but
yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
France win, obviously. I'm very curious to see though. I'm very curious to see how Deschamps builds this attack, because I know there's been rumors of Saliba starting in defense, which is great, which leads me to think he's probably going to reshuffle this attack. I want to see who is going to be the water carriers, if you will, for Mbappe.
I think that they're gonna win, and I think that Saliba should start, and I think that let me see what I think. I think France is gonna start. I think they're gonna have Kante and Rabiot midfield.
That's gonna be hilarious, Kante just walks back in after playing months or a year in in Saudi, which is hilarious because Jordan Henderson went Saudi and he's literally his whole life changed
for the worst.
Yeah,
for the worst. Coach, is there anything you want to add before we get out of here, man?
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, as you know, guys. Thank you for your support on the first video as always. It's nice. More of the same. I need more, in the words of Michael Irvin. So.
Yeah. I have nothing else to add. Also, please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. We might make Facebook. No, we're not going to do Facebook. But, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'm once again your host, Tosin. Coach with me. We're out. We'll do more content for you guys. Everyone take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. Plenty.